Gold just printed a bullish pin bar candle, but this is exactly where most traders get trapped before the next major move. Right now, smart money is already positioning, while retail traders are still reacting. In this breakdown, I'll show you what's really driving gold and the key levels you need to watch this week. If you trade gold seriously, stay until the end. This is how you stay ahead of the market. Macro outlook, 3 key forces driving gold. Force number 1, US dollar dynamics, DXY. The US dollar remains the most important counterforce to gold. Understanding its next move is critical for gold traders. DXY breakdown, starting with the weekly chart. DXY is still moving sideways within the 96 to 100 range with no clear long-term direction yet. However, after a series of consecutive bearish candles, sellers are currently showing stronger momentum and continue pushing price closer to the key 97 support zone. For DXY to recover sustainably, the market may need more time to accumulate around the 97 support area in order to build fresh buying momentum. Another possible scenario is a deeper correction toward the 96 to 96.5 support zone to shake out remaining sell pressure before a stronger rebound can develop. It is also important to note that price is trading near a major monthly support area, meaning a rebound could happen at any time. On the daily chart, DXY remains in a bearish trend and is still trading below the MA20. For now, price is holding above the 97 to 97.5 support zone, but buying momentum is gradually weakening as bulls are unable to create higher highs. This suggests DXY could continue correcting toward the 97 support area or even slightly lower around 96 to 96.5. A strong rejection wick from these support levels would be needed to confirm renewed bullish momentum and support a larger recovery move. As long as DXY remains below 100, gold has room to push higher, but any sharp dollar rebound could trigger aggressive profit-taking in gold. Here's the catch. DXY's next move won't just impact gold, it could rewrite the short-term trading landscape entirely. The dollar is where gold reacts first, but geopolitics remains the deeper force behind gold. Force number 2, geopolitical risks. While DXY drives short-term moves, geopolitical risks remain the deeper structural force supporting gold's long-term strength. The conflict between the US-Israel alliance and Iran is currently under a ceasefire for negotiations, but no official agreement has been signed yet. However, the situation remains fragile and escalation risks persist. Meanwhile, Russia-Ukraine peace talks have shown some progress, but no concrete resolution has been reached. As long as these risks remain unresolved, gold is likely to stay supported, meaning current pullbacks are more likely to be corrections rather than a true trend reversal. Now let's look behind the charts at the institutional flows shaping gold's next move. Finally, institutional activity. This is where the real signal comes from. While retail traders often react to price action, institutional flows tend to position ahead of major market shifts. SPDR Gold Trust only sold around 3 tons of gold last week, but the fund has reduced more than 27 tons over the past 3 weeks. This suggests that institutional players are gradually reducing exposure as the market enters a more uncertain phase. Gold could remain vulnerable to deeper corrective moves in the short term, while institutions may be waiting for more favorable levels to rebuild positions. When institutional capital starts rotating at this scale, the market is usually preparing for a larger move ahead. This shift is not random, it's driven by a clear alignment of dollar dynamics, geopolitical risk, and institutional positioning. So macro is setting the stage, but the real confirmation comes from price. Let's go into the charts. Gold technical analysis. First, congratulations to everyone who followed last week's outlook and executed the sell and buy setups. Those positions are now delivering more than 3,500 pips so far. In earlier analyses, we also highlighted the key resistance around 4,900 well before the market reacted. Many of these high probability levels were shared in advance inside our Telegram before the move even started. We also track the market in real time, focusing only on the moves that actually matter. Let's break down the charts across multiple timeframes: weekly, daily, and H4. Step by step, here's what the market is really showing. On the weekly chart, gold is still in a corrective bearish phase, with price consolidating inside a triangle pattern below the descending trend line. Last week's candle formed a strong bullish pin bar candle and closed above the previous bearish weekly candle, showing that buying pressure is gradually increasing as price retests the 4,500 support zone. If DXY continues to weaken further, gold is expected to continue recovering next week and may retest the 4,800 and 4,900 resistance levels. Over the coming weeks, gold could continue moving sideways and consolidating within the broader 4,500 to 5,000 range. Shifting down to the daily, the clearest window into gold's next move. After the strong bullish reaction from the 4,500 support area, gold formed two mild bearish pin bar candles as selling pressure appeared around the 7,500 to 7,800 resistance zone. However, bearish momentum remains limited and price is still closing above 7,400, which suggests buyers are still maintaining short-term control. Gold is expected to continue testing the 4,800 resistance area. If price successfully breaks above this level, the next target could be the 4,900 resistance zone before another corrective pullback develops. Now, let's move to the H4 chart, where things get even more interesting. On the H4 timeframe, price is currently forming a bullish market structure and continues trading above the MA20, supporting the short-term recovery outlook. At the moment, price is approaching the H4 descending trend line, which is also aligned with the major 7,500 to 7,800 resistance zone. Because of this confluence resistance, gold has not been able to continue rallying aggressively. The bearish candles rejecting from the 7,500 resistance area are relatively strong, suggesting gold may need another corrective pullback to remove weak buyers and absorb selling pressure before gaining enough momentum to break above the descending trend line. If that breakout happens, gold could continue recovering toward the 7,800 and 7,900 resistance levels. This structure provides a clear multi-frame roadmap for traders. The broader uptrend is starting to fade, with increasing selling pressure and the DXY rebound acting as key drivers that could push gold into a deeper correction. Now, here's the part most traders wait for, the exact levels I'm watching this week. Let's move into the trading plan for the week ahead.
Trading plan, May 11th to 15th, 2026. First buy zone, 4,400 to 4,455. Weekly support, rising trend line. Round number, institutional support zone. Stop loss, 43.87. Targets, 44.97 to 45.47. Short, 46.77 to 46.97. Mid, 47.07 to 48.97. Long. Second buy zone, 4,500 to 45.55. Daily support, discount zone. Round number, high probability support zone. Stop loss, 44.87. Targets, 45.97 to 46.47. Short, 46.77 to 47.57. Mid, 48.07 to 48.97. Long. Pro tip, false breakout, wait for the retest, re-enter for clean profits. Remember, probabilities don't guarantee outcomes, but they keep us disciplined. Third buy zone, 4,600 to 46.83. Nearest H4 support, round number, strong support zone. Stop loss, 45.87. Targets, 46.97 to 47.47. Short, 46.77 to 47.97. Mid, 48.07 to 48.97. Long. First sell zone, 49.30 to 5,000. Weekly resistance, round number, institutional resistance zone. Stop loss, 5,002. Targets, 48.53 to 48.03. Short, 47.03 to 46.03. Mid, 45.03 to 44.03. Long. Second sell zone, 48.30 to 4900. Daily resistance, round number, high probability resistance zone. Stop loss, 49.02. Targets, 48.03 to 47.53. Short, 47.03 to 46.03. Mid, 45.03 to 44.03. Long. Please note, The stop-loss levels I mention are for reference only. You should always adjust them based on your own risk tolerance, market conditions, and capital management. Third sell zone, 4740 to 4800. Nearest H4 resistance, round number, strong resistance zone. Stop loss, 4802. Targets, 4703 to 4653, short. 4603 to 4553, mid. 4503 to 4403, long. Most traders react after the move has already happened. Inside our Telegram group, we focus on understanding direction early and tracking key levels in real time. If you want to stay ahead instead of reacting late, check the link in the description and pinned comment. Trade with patience, trade with discipline. See you in the next breakdown.